Hey guys, make sure you stay until the end. We want to share one advice with you, because if you make that mistake, you may end up spending thousands of dollars on parts and diagnostics that you may actually not even need. Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Dodge Charger this generation here from year 2014 to year 2024. If you have a problem where you have a message on the dash that says service transmission, guys, you wonder what causes that, how you can fix it. It could be simple fix. Guys, please do not spend thousands of dollars on repairs until you watch that video. We will explain why. In addition, if you need to buy replacement parts, choose the good price, quick shipping, that way do not waste money and time. We'll share the information in the video below for your convenience, so check it out. So before we start, guys, let us tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take them completely apart. We show you how to do almost anything. How to fix engines, transmissions, electrical components, codes, fuses, relays, all that stuff. Why we guys do it? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these absolutely free videos for you. And if you want, guys, please check out our YouTube channels. We have more than 15,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. If you guys have that warning that says service transmission, the first thing that you want to do is check some fuses, relays. You may have all of them or some of them depending on which engine and transmission you have, but let's check that, then we'll explain what else we see quite often in the garage that's very inexpensive to fix. We first need to open the hood, and when we open the hood we need to face the engine. You may have a V6, V8, should work for both. Here on the passenger side, facing the engine on the left side, you have a fuse box, the main engine fuse box. Press the tabs together, lift the cover up, and you're going to find a fuse box with a layout like this one here. Before we guys continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. It is, guys, very important to test fuses and relays. On those fuses you cannot clearly see if they're burnt or not, especially you can see in the J-case fuses as well. And if you guys assume, okay, let's say you remove a fuse, you look at it and you assume, guys, that it's actually a good fuse, but it's actually a bad fuse. Sometimes you cannot clearly see that. What can easily happen, guys, at that point, you can put the bad fuse in and you start replacing parts and tools that you don't need to, so you lose your time, you lose your money to fix a problem that doesn't exist, when all we had to do is test the fuse and replace it. We'll put a link to a special video that will teach you how to test fuses, how to check relays very easily as well, guys. So check it out, it will be in the description of the video below. So here, guys, what we need to check, guys, okay. We need to check a couple fuses, a relay as well, and we need to go to a different fuse box and check some more as well. We first need to check fuse 29, which is a 15 amp fuse. This is very important fuse that you need to check. After that, you will need to check, guys, as well, fuse number 37. That's 39, 38, 37 right here. Some of you may have relay 44. If you have it, guys, here, check it. Now, another thing, guys, okay, that you will need to check. You need to open the trunk. In the trunk, under the cover, lift it up. You have your spare tire, the car battery on the passenger side. Behind it you have a fuse box. Press the tabs together here, lift the cover up. Boom, you have another fuse box. That's the second main fuse box. Here you need to check fuse 26. Some of you may or may not have this one, depending on which transmission you have, but if you have it, it will be right here, guys, that fuse between the 10 and the 25 amp fuse. Now, if that's not the problem, what else can easily cause that? This is the shifter, guys, right here. We've seen shifters going bad, and when they go bad, you can get that warning as well. But what we'll recommend, check the wiring harness here and that wiring harness there. You don't have a mechanical cable shifting the transmission, it's all electronic. The mechanical cable that you have is practically for the transmission release, guys, if you want to get it out of gear. And that cable, let me show you where it is. It's right here, okay, all the way right there, that you will, guys, need to check. So you see, guys, that cable right here, let us show you this cable. That's the one that you pull. Make sure somebody didn't pull it. There is a metal clip that may catch it, and that's why you may get that warning as well, especially if somebody worked on the transmission. Another thing that we see here, guys, let me show you now. Here that's your brake paddle. Okay, let's come a little bit this way first. That's the brake paddle. In order for the transmission to work correctly, when you press the brake paddle, you know, to shift out of park and stuff. Okay, let's illuminate a little bit better on top. You see that device? That's known as a brake light switch. The transmission module, the car computer, and the ABS traction control module reads that device. And often, if you have problems, you may need to replace it. Because of that thing, you may get all kind of warnings. Another thing, you may need to just calibrate it. And when you buy a new one, often you have to calibrate it when you install it, so it knows the exact position. If you want to see how to replace brake light switch, how to test brake light switch, or how to calibrate brake light switch, we'll have videos on our YouTube channel. Of course, it could be other things, but something else that we need to check: traction control and ABS module. This module is the brains for the ABS and traction control module, which works together with the transmission, guys. And if that doesn't work, you can get that warning message as well, or if it's not programmed correctly for your car, we had that happen as well. Another thing, it could be problems with the engine computer, but of course, it could be electrical problems with the transmission. You have solenoids. If you don't know about that, we have multiple videos on the channel: how to replace transmission solenoid, how to replace transmission valve body. You have to take the transmission apart on the bottom, which is not very complicated. Drain the fluid, remove the pan, you get to the solenoids, you can test them, you can find out which one is bad as well. But always start with the fuses, relays, brake light switch, shifter, ABS module. Something else that people overlook, guys: car battery. If the battery is weak, you can get all kind of warnings, and one of them is problems with the transmission. Good voltage doesn't guarantee good battery. That's why it's very important to know how to test car battery, and we'll have a video on our channel how to test car battery on Dodge Charger, Dodge Challenger. It will teach you how to do that step by step, but never ignore bad battery, because it may seem fine, it may start your vehicle, but if it doesn't have stable voltage, it can cause all kind of electrical problems that can cost you thousands of dollars to diagnose and fix, just because you didn't test the car battery the correct way. So this guy's Dodge Charger has all kinds of different fuses and relays, different sizes, and those guys, okay, could be really hard to find, especially if you're in the middle of nowhere. One time we needed a replacement, we couldn't get one, we were stuck because we had to wait a few days to get a shipment. So we recommend to buy some spare fuses, relays. Put, guys, some spare ones in the glove box for a peace of mind. We'll put a link in the description of the video below where you can get them at a good price, quick shipping. That way you do not waste money and time, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully the video was helpful, and see you guys next time.